Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Chini Ivy. If you're new here, you're most welcome. In this channel, we make content or we dish out content around self-development, product review, and lifestyle. Okay, so if it's something you love, then subscribe to this channel. We always have a good time in this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to stop procrastinating. Procrastination is an action of delaying or postponing a task or set of tasks for no reason. Procrastination is usually motivated by negative feelings. We usually put off tasks that we feel is going to stress us or bore us or cause anxiety or even change. It's a way of your brain protecting you from these feelings, so you rather do something else than do the task. A lot of people don't know this. I used to be a very big procrastinator. For example, I could procrastinate reading a self-help book even though I have started reading it because I feel like it's going to make me move around some things in my life or pick my life up. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but my brain picks it up as there will be a big change. Change is not very comfortable. So if procrastination has started costing you a lot, if you've started missing deadlines or the frame of the worst employee of the month or the year is hanging over your head, then you need to watch this video today and don't skip any part. I will be dishing out tips for you to stop procrastinating.
Starting on a new page feels better every time. Flip as simple as waking up next to you.
Break tasks into smaller chunks. Part of the reason why we procrastinate unconsciously is because the tasks we are facing at the moment is quite overwhelming, so we tend to pull back and do other things instead of facing the task. So what you should do instead is to break it down into smaller bits and then focus on one part at a time. For an example, if I would like to make a YouTube video, now thinking about it alone, there are a lot of things that go into making a YouTube video. So what I will do is to break it down. Now I'll research the video, script the video, film the video, edit, make thumbnail, make SEO research and optimize my video, and then upload. So you could see that all of these are steps to making one YouTube video. Now breaking it down, I could just wake up in a day and be like, it's just research I have to do, and it's a small part of it. So looking at just that particular small task tricks my brain to understand that, oh, it's just simple, so I can do it. So once one part is done, you go to the next. That's how to do it. Change your environment. Number two, change your environment. Different environments would have different impacts on your productivity. If you're reading on your bed, you're most likely to drift to sleep than when you're sitting on a chair with a table and away from a room that has a bed. Your environment should help and encourage you to be focused. So if there are things in your environment that distracts you, you should try to purge your environment of those distractions. For an example, if your phone is the distraction you have, you're always checking your phone when you have important tasks, important deadlines to meet, then what you should do instead is to either put your phone on do not disturb or delete the app that keeps dragging you back to your phone for a while, or even keep your phone in another room while you walk in another room, just so that the distractions are no longer there. 3. Create a timeline with a specific deadline. Parkinson's law says that Work expands to fill the time allocated to it. What this means is that if you have a work that you can do in 30 minutes but you've allocated 2 hours to it, there is a very high chance that that work you will finish it in 2 hours instead of 30 minutes. So the time you allocate to a particular task, there is a huge possibility that that task will eat up or fill up that that time. So it's important for you to create deadlines, artificial deadlines for your tasks. This is not to put pressure, this is not to make you stress. This is just to help you act in urgency. Because if you don't have a particular time that you're supposed to finish a work, you will stop for a very, very long time. There's no time to bridge you. So you have to create that for yourself. Now, for someone who is making a YouTube video in a week, let's say the person is making one YouTube video in a week, it does mean that, let's say on Tuesday, the person's research is supposed to have been completed. On Wednesday, the person's scripting should have been completed. So, in that way, a person is able to know what they are working towards and have a time that they are looking towards to complete a task. This is really important if you procrastinate. Finish your day before it even starts. What this means is that you have to plan your day or your activities in advance. Instead of waking up in a day and figuring out what you're going to do in that particular day, the previous day you should have laid down plans for that day. And that's why to-do lists are very, very important. The right time to write to-do lists are usually a night before you sleep, so that the next morning you begin to do your task. Now, in your to-do list, there are two types of tasks that should be in your list. The first one will be your big task. It might be a task that you need to have progressed on in that day. Okay, for someone who is uploading a YouTube video, like the example I had given earlier, filming of the video and editing of the video would fall into the big tasks. You should also have your non-negotiable habits like exercise, meditation, drinking water in the morning, just any habits that you know you are keeping that should be non-negotiable. You should or you must include them in your to-do list. The next point or the next tip will be to eat the frog. This phrase was used by Brian Tracy in one of his books. Eat the frog method is to help people identify the difficult tasks. So the idea is that when you discover a challenging task, which is the frog, then you have to eat it, which means you have to do it first thing in the morning. The whole idea is to identify a very difficult task and complete it very early, so that throughout the day you have your time to do other smaller tasks which would not make you procrastinate. Because if you don't eat the frog early enough, if you don't complete your challenging tasks early enough, throughout the day when you're trying to even do the smaller tasks, you would always have that at the back of your mind that you've not done something, and that will invoke the negative feeling which will make you procrastinate. So do the most difficult or the most challenging part of the task early enough, so that you're left with the smaller ones that you could just complete without any difficulty. And that brings me to the 2 minutes rule. The first 2 minute rule states that if you can do a task in 2 minutes or less, then you should tackle it and do not delay. Now, if you look at your to-do list, what are the tasks you could do in 2 minutes? Then do them immediately. Do not delay. As you're thinking of them, just do them immediately. If it's to dispose the garbage, once you have thought of it, that's just a 2 minute job. Go and do it. If it's to drink water, that's just a 2 minute job or less. Go and do it. The second 2 minute rule is that when you want to start a new habit, it should take 2 minutes or less to do. The idea is to reduce friction when starting a new habit. It helps you simplify your tasks into 2 minutes. If your habits are small and easy to do, then you're less likely to procrastinate because it feels like it is very simple to do. That way your brain does not develop the negative feeling towards the task and look for a back door to escape. This trick reinforces the identity you're trying to build. Is a way of casting vote for the identity you're building. If you like to read before bedtime every day. You could start with a page, even if it's for 5 minutes. Now you're more focused on a person who is a reader, which is the identity you're trying to build. The small actions you're taking is reinforcing the person you're trying to build. It is better to read one page for less than 5 minutes than to not read at all. It is better to work out for 5 minutes than not working out at all. So, yeah, whenever you want to start a new habit, simplify it into 2 minutes. 2 minutes that you can do. If you make it so big, you get overwhelmed. The next tip will be to incorporate a reward system. The idea is to have something to look towards to. It could be if you have a task to read every day for maybe your exams or something. You could decide that you would read for 25 minutes and then take 1 hour break. And your reward could be surfing any social media platform that you would want or playing video game, just anything helps you look forward to the reward. So your brain tries as much as possible to complete tasks at hand at the moment. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope this video was quite insightful for you. If you loved it, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section so that we can interact from there. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.